Hi guys, Ready Set RC, and today we are unboxing the TRX6 Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG 6x6. I think that's going to be the last time I'm going to say the name in that order. That's a lot. But today we are unboxing the 6x6. It's a scale trail crawler from Traxxas. Does not come with the battery or charger. What comes in the box is the TQI 2.44 channel transmitter, an XL5 HV waterproof ESC, the Titan 21 turn 550 motor, a small tool set to get you going, and the user manual. The controller that comes with this is compatible with the Link system. The Link system is a Bluetooth device and then you can link the RC between the app on your phone. A lot of cool functionality is in that app that is specific to the TRX line. So go ahead and check it out, guys. You're really going to appreciate some of the things that it does. I'll see how it goes, guys, but maybe I'll do a video solely on the Traxxas Link so you guys can see all the functionalities that it provides, especially for the TRX line, more than it does for the other ones. On this side, we have just some more box art. Basically just telling you what color you have. We have the gray, some more box art on this side. And on this side, it's just giving you a full overlay of the truck, the dimensions, basically stating that from the front and the second axle is 12.75 or 324 millimeters. The entire wheelbase is 17.9 or 455 millimeters. You can clearly see from the bottom here that it's showing all the detail underneath the truck. Portal axles throughout this vehicle, as you guys are familiar on the TRX4. Remote locking and unlocking diffs on this truck, high-low speed remote as well. Very similar to what you have on the original Defender, Tactical, and Bronco editions on this truck. This is not an extended chassis, meaning that there is just an extension added to a 4x4 edition of this truck. This is a whole new rail system for this truck. There's also LEDs throughout this vehicle. But that's it, guys. Let's get this vehicle out of the box and let's see what it's all about. So here we are, guys, the TRX6 out of the box. This thing looks unbelievable. And just so that you guys are fully aware, we'll start from the outside and work our way in. This body is painted from the outside. That's why it has that flat finish to it. What you will also notice is that there are a lot of little bits on this truck. And they're all molded pieces that are on this vehicle. They are not part of the body per se. They're molded pieces that are added to it. There is light throughout this truck. I can't even say there's 2 or 3 or 4 light buckets. There's several light buckets throughout this truck. We do have a nice Mercedes-inspired skid plate on here. It is plastic, it's not metal, but we do have that going on here in the front. As I said before, there's light buckets there's several light buckets throughout this truck. Going through the front, there's windshield wipers also. There's mirrors on the side, but these are not breakaways, these are fixed. Additional lights here on the roof. Clear windows throughout, which is definitely a change for a lot of the TRX editions out there. I believe the Bronco was probably the first one that had some clear windows on there, but this is clear windows throughout the entire vehicle. All you see here is stickers, that's it. There's just a clear sticker that's stuck on here. There's a roll cage on the rear, and this is a uni shell, so it's just one shell, not 2 pieces broken up. It's just one shell throughout. But there's a lot of details that you can see, and when we go to the underbody of this truck, we'll go through that as well. Door handles throughout the vehicle. What you'll see is the Mercedes-inspired wheels that are on here. These are glued-on wheels. These are not bead locks. The total length of this truck is 25.61 inches or 651 millimeters. The front track of this truck is 9.78 inches or 249 millimeters. The rear track of this truck is 9.78 inches or 249 millimeters. The ground clearance that you get on this is 3.16 inches or 80 millimeters. The complete weight on this truck is 8.8 pounds. And the height, the total height of this truck is 10.78 inches or 274 millimeters. The wheelbase that you're going to get from the front to the second axle is 12.76 inches or 324 millimeters. And the total wheelbase from the front to the rear, you're going to get 17.87 inches or 454 millimeters. Let's get this shell off and let's see what's going on underneath. I just want to touch on this really quick, showing you how they route the cables throughout the truck. Just very neatly done. This cable ties back into the module to plug this in, but everything else is just neatly done on this truck. And there's just a lot going on in here, but it's just well done, very neat, very clean. So here we are, guys, the TRX6 out of the box. Just want to go over what comes in the box too as well. As I said before, you got the TQY controller. This is tried and true. Capabilities of plugging in the Bluetooth module on the rear, and that will give you the link to your phone to be able to do some of those cool features for this vehicle. What you have here is the high-low switch and the ability to remotely lock your differentials up here on the top. What you also get, and I mentioned this on the box, is you get the user manual along with some tools for the truck and body pins. So just digging into it, guys, for the most part, a lot of this is going to be very similar to the TRX4, but we'll dig into this for the TRX6. We'll start from the front and go to the rear. Similar as you see in the TRX4s as of late, you have the capability of mounting a shorty pack in the front. You have these wonderful fenders on the front and also on the rear. What we're seeing now for the TRX6 design is a new rear fender to encompass both axles on the rear. This does now change, if you'd like to do the rock lights, this does change how the rock lights are assembled. This one will require a 10 light functionality light kit for this truck. Outside of that, guys, you have a chassis mounted servo. It's the 2075X up in the front. You have the Titan 21 turn motor. It's a 550 motor up here in the front as well. The XL5 ESC. The multiple servos for the locking and unlocking of diffs and the high-low switching. Battery tray mounted here in the center, similar to other TRX6s, and it has the ability to switch the height from 23 millimeters over to 26 millimeters. The one thing I want to talk about too, really quick on this truck, is that this is and I mentioned this before, this is a redesigned chassis that's on here. This is not an extension that you would normally see on most 6x6 vehicles. This is a complete new chassis rail, and it starts from the front and goes all the way to the rear on this truck. This is completely redesigned for the TRX6. Metal body, coilover shocks, wonderful performing shocks for the Traxxas TRX6. This is similar to the TRX4. As you guys can see, the bits and details underneath this truck. For the Mercedes edition, you have the muffler and the exhaust coming off on the sides on both. It's just wonderfully designed, guys. As I was stating before, you have the ability to lock and unlock your differentials. The rear locks together. You cannot lock the second axle and the third axle separately from each other. Once you lock the rear, the entire rear locks. What you have here also, guys, is metal links throughout. You have a 3-link suspension in the front with a panhard bar, and then in the center and the rear you have 4 links going on there. As I was stating before, these wheels are a 2.2 wheel. Their tires are glued on, and this is actually the diameter of a 1.9 TRX4 tire, so it's about the same height as a TRX4 tire. You also can see here the portal axles all throughout the vehicle. Just well done, guys. This truck is just well done. These skid plates are all plastic, not metal. Also, these bits are also plastic. Here we are, guys. We got the TRX4, TRX6. This one is heavily modded. It's definitely not your typical TRX4 Sport. This was from the kit edition, so there's a lot going on here that may or may not show up on this video. But from what you guys can see, the ride height's a little bit higher on the TRX6 This truck, I like to ride it a little bit lower, so it's set a little bit lower. So it's gonna look a little bit less to what the stock TRX6 looks like. The one thing that's surprising me from what I can see on this is that the wheelbase on this TRX4 is shorter than the TRX6 between the front axle and that middle axle that's on here. Definitely a shorter wheelbase, what I'm seeing on the two of them. I would have to say that this, the front here and that middle axle, is probably closer to the Tactical and Defender editions. I'd have to match them up, and I'm going to bring my Tactical on. The only thing is that my Tactical right now is not running the stock wheels on there. TRX6, TRX4. I know I'm running the tracks on this. I tried to match them up as close as possible, and hopefully the overhead shot gives you a better view of this. But I have to say that the front and the center axles line up almost perfect to where the TRX4 Tactical Edition is. So I'd have to say that the way the axles are set up on the TRX6, between the front and the center axle, it's very close to what the 12.8 wheelbase on the Tactical Edition is, rather than the 12.3 of the Sport. Outside of that, you guys can see the ride height is definitely higher on the TRX6. I'm also seating this truck a little bit lower than it needs to be. It's actually a little bit higher. The body usually raises up a little bit higher, but I've lowered this body down quite a bit. Width-wise, it's the same truck. I mean, there's nothing changed in regards to width. So by now, guys, you must have seen my SCX10 UMG 10 6x6 unboxing. This is basically just another view of the two trucks. I'm just showing you the view of the size comparisons in the video for the TRX6 as well. As I said, the lengths are fairly close between the two. The wheelbases are fairly close between the overall wheelbase between the two trucks. I will say that the wheelbase between the front and the second axles on here, definitely on the axial, it is a shorter wheelbase between the front and the second axle compared to the TRX6. So that's it, guys. We're going to wrap it up here. This has been the unboxing and comparisons of the Traxxas TRX6 Mercedes edition. As I said, I'm never going to say that entire name again. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on Instagram for our latest post to the channel. This is Ready Set RC signing out. Thanks again, guys.